I hope we catch something decent.
Indeed. Hungry bellies are counting on this. I've got something. Well, it's not bad, per se.
Could have been worse. At least you caught something.
Reel it in. Anybody could reel in that.
That went pretty well.
Yeah! Oh! This fish is way bigger than I was expecting.
Remarkable. You're top of the food chain.
We've reached our destination.
Now, where might those fish be? All right. That's not a fish I see often.
So what's it to be? Grilled or broiled?
Oh! I did it! But I'm not gonna quit now.
Are we going to be able to finish all that?
All right. Anybody could reel in that.
Nice! You caught it!
I've got something. Looks like I hooked a pretty rare fish.
So what's it to be? Grilled or broiled?
Yeah! Okay, change of plans. All right. reeled us in a big one.
That fish put up a fight. Good catch.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
These must be the Danon. Sorry for almost blowing me up? Hey, not like it's the first time. Come on, we need to take her down.
Okay.
Take this! Blue escape! Burn in hell!
Now you see what I can do!
You're mine!
Crescent moon!
Dragon form!
Look sharp! This one's mine!
Here! I owe you one for that!
Radiant
Cut it
Spear!
off!
Ground and pound!
Begin! Swallow blade!
Healing soul! Retreat!
Going in!
They might have missed this. I couldn't make it in time.
Resuscitation!
Benediction light.
Not done yet! You're mine!
Spirit flame! Reload!
Here I come! Swallow blade!
Radiant light! Boost of regeneration!
You're mine!
Here
I'm
goes!
not done!
Allow me to help you. No further.
Going in! Reload! Here,
Now
let
you
me
see
help.
what I can do! Seismic rupture!
Tiger Blade!
Take that!
I'm going!
You made me angry. That was a bad idea.
Heal! Alright,
Here I come!
I never miss!
alright, let me at him! Guardian
I'll
Field!
heal you all.
I'm ready to go! Resonate with the
Healing
earth!
circle!
Crush! Burn!
Stalagmite!
Look sharp! Round and
Here
out!
I come!
Rending you apart!
Crush!
Bloody howling!
Slash!
I'm out of ammo!
You're mine!
Time for shine!
Slash! Swallow blade!
A scream!
Watch and
blood!
sleep! Not
Rending you
apart!
apart!
Laser ray!
This one's mine!
Resonate with the earth!
Take that!
How about this?
Healing
Lunar arc!
Can't move!
Come on! You have to hold
I
on!
can carve through from beyond! Imbue this vengeful soul with resuscitation!
Here! Let me help! This one, let me help!
Elusive speed!
Down!
Your arm!
Get! Swallow blade! Slash! Dragon swarm!
Annihilate! Great! Here's the healing art!
Elusive
This
speed!
should do it!
Rotating pile
This
driver!
one's
You're
mine!
mine!
Outrun the
Get!
dust!
This
Shield
Try
and
harder!
shine!
Nice!
Radiant light! Piercing! Regeneration! Regenerate! Don't suffer in silence!
Tiger Blade! Lion Howl! Here's a healing art! Art Tail!
Tail's a problem.
Then let's focus there first.
Air pressure!
Eat dirt! Take this! Swallow blade!
Radiant blade! Armor won't save you!
I'm out!
Here I come! I'm not done!
Seismic rupture!
I'm your debt.
I'm all stuffed up!
No escape!
This one's back! Can't get out of this!
I'm not done! Dragon swarm! I'm not done! You're finished!
Everlasting darkness! Negative gate! Air pressure!
This one's mine!
Burn in hell!
Hurricane Strike!
You're mine!
This one's mine!
No escape! You're finished!
Lunar
Shine! Radiant light!
Never
Here!
Regeneration!
Regenerate!
Going in!
Here I come! I'm not done!
Annihilation! I'm gone!
Catapult!
Dragon swarm!
Hurricane Strike!
Swallow blade!
Illumination!
Help!
Rotating pile driver!
Hurricane Strike! Look sharp! Plenty left!
I'll thank you!
Here I come! Crush!
Eagle
Hurricane
blade!
Strike!
Swallow
Here's a
blade!
healing art!
Now or never.
This one's mine!
Take this!
You're mine!
Rely on myself. Glacial Spear!
Swallow blade!
Hurricane Strike!
Swallow blade!
Going in!
Here I come! This one's all
Hurricane
mine!
Strike!
Ignite!
Here goes!
Shine! Radiant light! Burst of regeneration!
I'm gone!
Regenerate!
Flame of Fury! Burning Strike! Hurricane
Mega
Strike!
Radiant light! Burst of regeneration!
On guard!
I can carve through regenerate!
I'm only getting
one's
started!
mine.
Steering flame! Get back into the fray! This one's mine!
You're mine!
I'll heal you all! Healing circle!
Appreciate the help!
Water! Heal my flow!
Slash! Swallow blade! This one's all mine! Ignite!
Freeze
Take
blade!
this! No escape! Slash!
This one's
Swallow
mine!
blade!
Negative gate!
You're mine!
Great fire!
Rending!
Hurricane Strike! Make it rain! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Shine!
heal you all.
Radiant light! Force of regeneration!
It's changing tactics!
Have an ace up its sleeve? He who
Healing
prepares
flame
is
of
free from
fury!
regret.
Art sealed!
Begin!
Here's the evil!
Go time!
Freeze
This
laser!
is...
Now you see what I can do.
It's in your head. Now.
You'll pay for that!
I'm ready to go.
You're this! Try harder! Now!
Flaming meteor! Here's a healing art. First aid.
I owe you one.
Far enough.
Elusive deity. Hitting pile driver.
Steering flame. Reload.
Dance on the wind.
Water. Poised and ready. Splat. This one's mine.
Eat
Glacial
this!
spear. Here's evil. Let me at him.
Take this!
Freeze
Swallow
laser.
blade!
Here's a healing art.
Negative
First aid. Tiger
Right.
blade.
Swallow blade!
Tornado. I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare Demolisher.
There!
Here goes! Lunar correction!
shine. Radiant light. Ready and raring. Force of regeneration. I'll smash you.
Mega
Regenerate.
Searing flame! Reload! I'm out of ammo! I can't heal you forever! Gemini Alpha! Let me out! This one's mine! Here, let me help! This one's mine!
Can't get out of this.
Going in! Radiant!
Burn it down!
Hurricane Strike! Downfall!
This should do
Here's a
it!
healing art!
Here I come!
First aid!
You're finished!
Too shy to come over! Here! Reload! I'm out of ammo! What?
Dragon Swarm!
This is some punishment.
Stay away from my friends! Not now, not ever!
Look sharp!
This should do it!
I can carve through armor.
My pride was my downside.
This one's mine!
I'll blind you with the sun.
I'm ready to go!
Take this! Dragon Swarm!
Air pressure. I owe you one for that.
Forgive me. This is my fault.
Plenty left!
Catapult.
Unguard!
Catapult.
I can handle it!
Shine. Radiant
You
light.
some light.
Force of regeneration. Regenerate.
Mega ray!
Take this!
This one's mine!
Another incantation ruined.
This one's all mine! Burn!
Here goes!
You can't get out of this. Ready and raring. I'll smash you. Knock it into next week.
Glacial spear!
You're
Here
dead
goes!
on the wind.
Igneous discharge!
And there's the tail. Right, let's do this.
Chocolate Flash!
Soaring blast.
Let the marksman handle it!
You're mine!
Hear me! Flame of fury!
This one's all mine!
Guardian!
Burn!
Ready to go!
Here I come!
Denied!
Slash!
By the power of water! Glacial fire!
Is this it?
Don't leave me all alone here.
Here goes!
Look sharp.
Can't move!
Ready and ready. I can carve through armor.
Now or never.
No further.
This should do it!
Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning!
Take this!
Water!
Not
Hear my
bloody!
call!
There!
Big blast! Go! I'm only getting started!
you
Where are you
apart!
going?
Watch
It's
this!
over!
Mega Ray!
You're mine!
Hurricane! Rip and tear!
Tempest Whirl! Slow Spot!
Strike!
I can handle it.
Razor Cyclone!
Far enough.
Eagle Blast! Arc Field!
Rip and tear!
Mega Ray! By the power of water!
Ready to wear!
Photon
Now you
Blast!
see what I can do!
Raging Cascade!
You picked the wrong fight!
Burning
I'll tear you apart!
Down
Here I
to the
come!
wind! Air Thrust!
Dragon Swarm!
Go away!
Here goes Mega Ray! Dance in the wind!
I'll tear you apart! Watch it!
Lightning Condemned! Thunder Blade!
Hurricane!
Now!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Is everyone all right?
Yeah. But Almeidrea got away. Linwell, are you...
What the hell happened here?
Bayfon, is that you? Thank goodness you're okay.
I've been outside the city this whole time, but I sensed a disturbance in the wind and decided to turn back. What happened here? Where is everybody?
Almeidrea's handiwork. She allowed herself to be captured so she could rile up the Danans into a frenzy and rob them of their astral energy. She wiped out almost everyone in the plaza, including Deadheim.
Deadheim's dead. Everyone. And the Darkwings. Almost all of our companions in the Resistance. How could this happen?
Regardless of what she had to gain, what kind of person would do something like that?
If she managed to find kinship in Kelzelik, then I'd say the very worst kind. It's clear now that she used Menancia as a testing ground for the fruits of Helgen, before using them here.
So everything that led up to this moment was all a part of her plan.
Once she knew they'd eaten enough tainted food, she just needed to get herself caught.
We have to go after her. Balseph and Ganabel were horrible, but Almeidrea makes them look like saints. I doubt she's really gone back into hiding. We have to put an end to this, once and for all.
Yeah, what she's done can't be forgiven.
I don't know what to do. I saw what hatred did to those people, but hating her is the only thing that's kept me going. I can't just stop hating her. What am I supposed to do? Tell me. Smile at her from across the battlefield? Apologize while we fight her? I don't know if I can do that.
Rinwell.
Nobody can understand what you've been through. We can't even begin to imagine the pain you've experienced. But if hate is what has kept you going ever since that day, then let it be your strength. However, think about this. When you've had your revenge, when we've beaten Almeidrea, then what will you do? Huh? I'm saying you're going to have to find a way to survive once that hatred is gone. When it is, what do you plan on doing then? I don't know. I've never thought about it before. Almeidrea's death doesn't have to be your end too. You need a reason to live, Rinwell, not an excuse to die. Understand?
She's right. We could never truly know the pain that Almeidrea has caused you. But I think you should listen to Shion. Give yourself time to consider things. And if it's too much right now, it's okay for you to sit this one out.
No. My head might be a mess right now, but I'm not letting you fight Almeidrea without me. I need to be there, please. That much I do know. I'm going with you. And on the road, I'll think about it. A reason to live, without hate.
That said, It'll be no good chasing after her blind, with no idea where she went. Beifong, do you have any ideas where she might have gone?
I can't say for sure, but west of here is an underground harbor along a cliff near the coast. She spent years building a ship there, a floating fortress that she called her castle on the sea. No one quite knew why she wanted the thing, but now...
Of course. She's already effectively destroyed her own capital. It's likely she planned to abandon her realm as well.
Right. That's as good a lead as any. Let's go. What's that woman going to do next?
Nothing good, I'll bet.
We'll stop it this time.
I still can't believe what that Almeidrea did. Not only that, but she was enjoying it.
It's patently clear she has no respect for human life whatsoever.
We need to take her out. I don't think I've ever felt so enraged at another person in my whole life.
Yeah! There's no way she's getting away with this!
Then we head for the underground docks. We need to hurry. Rinwell, can you keep moving?
Yeah. My family and I, we spent all of our days just living in hiding. Until one day when we were found and attacked. I was the only one my dad and the others hid. That's the reason I survived. While the rest of my family was butchered. The only thing that I could see was the crest of a lord glowing through the smoke. And then...
It was Almeidrea who did it.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Rinwell.
That woman. Did she really find the existence of Dahnan mages to be that much of a threat?
Enough to invade another lord's territory? No, I doubt that. Most likely, she was after their knowledge and techniques. She only did it so she could become stronger. That's the kind of woman she is.
In retrospect, I do remember her making it sound like she created that monster she summoned.
A monster. I wonder, do you all think of me as a monster? Because I'm able to use magic even though I'm Dahnan?
Rinwell.
Of course we don't think you're a monster, you dummy.
Huh?
I might have had to hold you back, but it's her fault any of this ever happened, not yours. Got it?
Law.
This is a true masterpiece, no less than culinary art.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
Do my best!
Here I come! I'm not done!
This one is mine!
Swallow blade!
Like a power of water!
I'm not done!
Your reflexes will not serve you well here.
Dragon swarm!
Mega Radiant Recharge! This one's mine!
I'm not
Frozen
done!
Pearl!
Damn it! It's too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Thrust!
Slap blast!
Take it! Dragon swarm!
I'm ready! Far enough!
Ready!
Captivity!
I can carve through armor.
Hurricane
it!
Strike!
Swallow
Look
blade!
sharp.
This one's all mine!
Graviton Field!
Burn in hell!
Hurricane Strike!
Here I come!
Going in!
Elusive deity! Slice! Rotating
Dragon
swarm!
Swarm!
I'm ready!
Again! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Could have been worse. Coming through! Stardust! The everlasting darkness!
Not on my watch!
Reflect on thy sin! Rising Phoenix!
I'm not so good with airborne targets.
This one's
Hurricane
Pesky airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
In a bind?
Do it! Shion!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble! Radiant Light!
Now! Take this! Strut!
Elusive deity.
Stardust!
Hurricane
Radiant
Strike!
Strike!
Make it
Darling!
rain! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes.
It's on! Strike!
This one's mine!
Here I come! I'm ready!
Law! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life.
Barely a blip on our radar.
Right, here goes! Strike! Not today!
stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
This one's all mine!
Elusive deity! Rotating pile driver! Tornado drive! Elusive deity! Rotating pile driver!
This one's mine! I'm ready!
Swallow blade! Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah! And the puzzle to me!
Swallow blade! Eat dirt!
Bloody power!
Take it!
I'm ready for the next battle.
Out of my way!
Here I come!
I never miss!
I'm not done!
Not on my watch.
This one's
Here I come!
It's a duel of the arts.
I'm ready to serve! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone! My turn! I'm not... You got fire!
Radiant, I've got this. Let a marksman.
Hey! Blow them away!
By the power of Hurricane Flight!
You up high. Step back! This one's all law!
Hey, look at that enemy. It's shining.
It'll take more than that to break my shield!
Dependable Galactic! Armor won't save you!
Air, take this!
Resonate with
It's
the
over!
earth! Airborne beat!
My set!
Here goes!
Flying freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
I'm not done! Eat dirt!
One more! Hurricane
You're
Flight!
mine!
Going in!
It's over!
Mega Ray!
Fly! Swallow not
This is in the sky, it's
You
mine!
escape!
This one's mine!
It's over!
Make it rain!
You're mine! My turn! Start
Can
up!
you take it?
Radiant
Now!
Dream!
Take this!
I'm ready!
Law! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
I think Hootle senses an owl around here.
Hey, what do you say we fight that shining enemy?
I have a bad feeling
Here I
about
come!
this.
In a vine?
It's over!
Hurricane
Here I come!
Eruption!
Fluid catapult!
By the power of
Elusive deity!
you! Take this!
Make it rain! Radiant, this ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Now!
Can you take it?
Not today! Take this!
This one's mine!
Megasonic thrust! Explosive ray! Damn it! It's too fast!
This one's
Stand back!
Make it rain! Law, get toasty!
Burn strike! My turn!
Look sharp!
Fluid escape!
Hurricane Flight!
Here I come! Double demon bang! You're finished!
with the earth!
You're mine!
Arch shield!
Take this!
You're mine! Fluid escape! Swallow blade!
Does it hurt? I'm ready! The tempest is come! All yours, Kisara!
My turn! I'm not done!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Hurricane Blast!
you!
On the wing! This one's mine!
Leave the agile ones to me.
Here's a healing art! First aid! How about Dragon Form? I'm only getting started!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa!
Here I come!
Not in your dreams! Reload! Here! Do it!
It's over!
Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
I feel sprightlier than before.
Get lost!
Take this!
Far enough! Lunar Collision! Lunar Blast!
Swallow Blade!
It's like trying to keep up with a wolf!
Here I come!
Not so fast! Can't get out of this!
Gemini
You're
Alpha!
finished!
Look sharp! Take this! Elusive deity! Now you see what I can do!
Eat this!
Lunar Arc!
Do it!
Kisara!
Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclops!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Fate's might with black
If
flame!
it's in the sky, it's mine!
Lunar Rondo!
I'm ready!
Foot!
Going in!
Strike!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
Coming through!
Where are you going?
Blue escape!
Hurricane Strike!
Elusive deity!
It's over!
Make your way!
Kisara!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
Do you think this is one of the places where the Dark Wings and Almeidrea fought?
I wouldn't be so sure. This place appears more ravaged by time than combat. Even if there are signs of destruction, it would likely have taken place during the Great Conquest of 300 years prior.
And ever since, it's been a breeding ground for Zeugles, I guess.
Freeze Lancer! Crescent
Here I
Moon!
come! Strike!
Tiger
Shattering
Blade!
Slash! This one's all mine! Shockwave Slash!
This one's
Shattering
mine.
pieces!
Attack time! Make it rain!
Totally!
Bathed in
In an instant! Impact Claw!
I'm ready!
Now! Totally! In an instant! Impact Claw!
Together, there is nothing that can stop us.
Indeed. As one, we are unrivaled.
And that is our greatest strength.
Out of my way! I never miss! Hard and ready! I never miss!
Resonate with the earth!
Not done! Swallow Blade!
This one's mine! Do it!
Remove!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Resonate
Pesky
Make it
airborne
rain!
scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Rending you apart!
Barely a blip on our radar.
I'll do my best!
Here I come!
I can carve through all
Switch to offense!
Searing flame!
Swallow Blade!
Take cover when it curls up!
Take this! Here I come! No escape!
Make it rain!
Astral energy! Full throttle!
My turn!
Glacial spear!
No
Pierce
escape!
evil!
Swallow Blade!
Freeze Lancer!
Take this shot!
I feel
on
that!
your knees.
Not in your dreams!
Air pressure!
Hurricane
I'm not
Spark!
done!
Hear me! Flame
It's
of
over!
fury! Burning!
Here now!
Dance on the wind!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for! Get behind me!
Got it! I'll leave it to you! No escape! Slash!
This one's mine!
Swallow Blade!
Elusive deity!
No escape! Pierce!
Resonate with the
Double
earth!
demon! It's over!
Make it rain!
On your knees!
In an instant! Impact Claw! Onward and upward.
Hey, what do you think about that spot?
Good idea. I'll go for that one. Oh, we've got a lively one. That's not a fish I see often.
I see you've gotten even better at this.
You're still not done fishing yet? Boring.
You need patience to fish. Ha! All right. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
Nice! You caught it!
Now, where might those fish be? There we go. Looks like I hooked a pretty rare fish.
So what's it to be? Grilled or broiled?
There's a nice breeze here. Ha! All right. I'll catch something bigger next time.
You take your fishing pretty seriously.
Now, where might those fish be? Reel it in. Boy, that's a bit of a letdown.
Maybe you could keep it as a pet.
There we go. can get a good meal out of this fella.
That flapper was a true fighter.
Reel it in. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
Not too shabby, friend.
Yeah! Oh, we've got a lively one. I didn't think I'd catch something this big.
Oh, yeah!
All right. That's not a fish I see often.
There certainly are a wide array of fish on Dana.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
I hope we manage to catch Almeidrea soon.
I hope so too, before she can cause any more havoc.
You okay, Rinwell?
Oh, yeah.
Don't push yourself too hard now, okay?
Okay. Thanks. Oh, Hootle. I don't know what to do. Whoa, that came out perfect! This ice cream tastes so good!
I swear, you're always having ice cream, even when it's freezing cold out.
And who made you the food police?
No one. I'm just saying that's a lot of ice cream. Don't you ever, throw up or anything?
Did you really just say that? Try thinking before you talk.
Huh? What do you mean? All I'm saying is I'm just a little worried about you, okay?
Well, don't be. I can have ice cream whenever I want.
You say that, but you know what's gonna happen if you keep eating ice cream all the time.
It's none of your business what I eat or how often.
Arguing over the consumption of a frozen dairy product. Ah, to be young.
Naive might be more accurate.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
Sorry for rambling on so much about my past earlier.
Don't sweat it. It was fun hearing you reminisce about the good old days.
Come on, you don't have to pretend with me. I know I can tend to go on sometimes, when it comes to my brother.
You said it, not me. Anyway, I don't think it's something for you to be embarrassed about.
Hey, Alphen. When you were a kid, was there ever a time when you had to bury someone younger than you?
Well, it's hard to say. I'm guessing that you have, though.
Yeah. During the previous crown contest, with the Lord before Dohalim. Life back then was truly hell. I think that's why I tried to ignore what Miguel was telling me for so long. Because I was afraid of going back to such a dark time, of losing hope. I wanted to believe in our paradise so much that I doubted the one person I should have trusted most. I don't blame Dohalim for that. I simply didn't want to face facts, and I ended up trying to project my ideals onto everyone else.
It's strange. Whenever you and Dohalim talk about Menancia, it's always like it's some big failure. We're talking about fixing 300 years worth of damage here. Isn't it a bit optimistic to think it was all going to be resolved after only 5?
You might be right. Maybe it was a mistake when Menancia... No, when I decided to stop seeing the darkness in our society. I have to admit the truth. To myself, first of all. I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
A dead end?
No, there's an elevator. Looks operational.
I can't believe there's actually an underground harbor here. There are even boats docked.
I only see Dahnans. Think they were forced to work here?
Probably. Let's see what they have to share about Almeidrea. You didn't happen to see a lord come by, did you?
Sorry, friend, but she just left. Came by with a whole posse of underlings, boarded her ship, and took off at first wind. We damn near got blown away. She was that much in a hurry.
Damn! So we missed her!
You guys trying to go after her? Need a ride?
Are you saying you know how to steer a ship?
Spent most of my life chained to the deck of some ship or other. Yeah, I know my jib from my boom.
We don't know how dangerous it'll be. Better you give us the boat and stay on solid ground.
Whoa there! You been out on the water before? The sea ain't nobody's friend, you know. You need a sea dog like me, or you'll sink her before she makes it out the harbor.
We're losing time. Sir, we're in your debt.
Now that's more like it. Name's Mahavar. Just give me a holler when you're all set and we'll set sail. This is like a dream come true. Never gotten to captain a ship before. Never would have thought I'd get a chance like this. Thank you, y'all.
The pleasure's all ours. Think we'll catch up to her?
Of course we will. They got too much weight on them. Meanwhile, this ship's carrying nothing but us salty scalawags. They got a good head start on us, but we can take them.
Do you know if there are any Danans on that ship?
Couldn't say for sure. On the one hand, seeing as it's supposed to be something of another castle, I'd reckon they probably wouldn't let a bunch of Danans on board. On the other hand, I'd be real surprised if the Renans were able to pilot that thing all by themselves. In any case, it's gonna be a while before we reach her. Till then, you're all free to do whatever. Just don't fall in the ocean.
I know Mahavar said we could take it easy, but there's not exactly a lot to do on this boat. I guess I'll check in on everyone and see how they're holding up.
Do you think Law is okay?
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him too. I should apologize to all of you, really.
Us too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we'd prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell. So what if you had something to hide? It doesn't undo the good that you've done, or the people that you've helped save along the way.
But that's not what I mean.
I know. You're talking about Almeidrea, right?
Yeah. I hate her, Alphen. I can't stop hating her. Even just thinking about her makes my head feel like it's going to explode. But it's not just her. I think about the way Law looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renans I had to travel alongside. And yet, Cyslodia's Danans backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Saar has people like Deadeye. But then there are people like Law and Shionne. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
Law never said that you had to forgive Almeidrea. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer. But...
But what?
Law left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well... I think Law spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabel didn't make any of those feelings go away. Law let revenge fuel him, and I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to Almeidrea when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Shion mad. I don't know, though. Maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels. Do you know why she gets like that?
Shion's... She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from? I wonder how it feels, not being able to hold another person's hand.
Lean much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almeidrea's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cyslodia, the lush green glades of Menancia, the harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its Lake of Death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually manage to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Dahnans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Dahnans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Dahnans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shion.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dahna. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shionne?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
So good. You all right?
The floor. It keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for Almeidrea were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niez was improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadheim?
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renan rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renans for the sake of the Dahnans. But then I met Shionne and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Dahnans like Deadheim.
It used to be that the Dahnans were the ones in the right, and the Renans were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. We'll never tolerate the Renans ruling over us. But nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadheim for a moment, you may be able to free the Dahnan people, but that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almeidrea did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renans invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Dahnans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadheim's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Bayfon tell it, Deadheim wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Miguel, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, Many people still do. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Shion.
I'm not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renans and Danans do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just give me a wide berth for a few minutes?
Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almeidrea?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegis.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegis. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved. Perhaps they see what's been happening as just part of the ongoing crown contest.
Even what Almeidrea did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, the crown contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almeidrea do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Rena really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almeidrea resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Danans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Saar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Danan versus Renan. There is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
I took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different, though. I'm not sure just how to put it. It's almost as if it just goes on forever. I bet my old man would have been blown away by this view.
Yeah.
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently. If there was something I could have done. But no matter how much I play it back, I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almeidrea, but was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks, Alphen.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almeidrea. I'll ask Mahavar.
Look who's up! Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almeidrea.
Shion, I want to thank you.
What brought this on?
What you said helped to calm me.
Don't mention it.
Now that's what I call a ship!
Yeah. The biggest one in all of Mahag Saar. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, Kelzelik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
We don't know that she was only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almeidrea plans to do from here on out, now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong, yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide. No one who can smile like that while doing what she did deserves to roam free.
Yeah, you're right.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute. That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsev when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought it was a goner.
Balsev's brute strength was in a league all its own, yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Dahnan in origin.
Shion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half. Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more. That's why I go on fighting.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything.
Finally, some open space again.